Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So, it's happened again. It's happened again. Tottenham Hotspur. It's happened again. Obviously, this is my match reaction to the really just a quite a wild match, which ended Chelsea 4, Tottenham 3. Huge match, incredible result. I mean, what an important win. Obviously, United, City dropped points, Arsenal dropped points, Brighton dropped points, so everyone else dropped points behind us. Liverpool didn't play this weekend, so this was a huge chance to close the gap on Liverpool and now to kind of cement ourselves as second place, and we have. What an amazing result. It was always going to be a challenge. Tottenham naturally play better against the more offensive teams. But anyway, we'll start with the starting 11. Sanchez in goal. Again, we went back to Caicedo on the right, although obviously he inverted into the midfield when we took the ball. Badiashile replacing Fofana, who's still out. Colwell and Cucurella on the left. Lavia and Fernandez as our centre midfielders. Neto on the right. Sancho on the left. Palmer in the centre. And Jackson up top. And this was, I mean, remember last season, obviously we won 4-1. Really weird game. They had 2 red cards. But this one was just as crazy. And into the first half, and oh my word, what an absolute shocker of a start. It didn't just happen once, it happened twice. So in the first few minutes of the ball goes out to Cucurella, and he just slips. He gets the ball and he just slips on the ground, and Brennan Johnson then takes control of the ball, sprints down the right hand side, crosses the ball in, and Coral, he doesn't see his surroundings, he doesn't spot Solanke. Solanke gets in front of him, and it's a good finish. And you're just like, it couldn't have started worse, especially when you consider everyone else who played before us dropped points. What a poor start. And then to make matters worse, I think 6 minutes later, we can see the second goal in exactly the same manner. Cucurella slips when he gets the ball. Then Kulusevski just takes the ball in. He feigns a shot twice. No one really blocks it. He shoots. I still feel the ball, it wasn't... He didn't hit it that fast. It was in the corner, but I still feel Sanchez should save that. And yeah, we're 2-0 down, and you're like, this could be... Spurs are playing like they played against City, taking control every mistake, and we're playing... Defensively, we're awful. But then next few minutes, we get control of the ball, we begin to create more, and then Cucurella passes to Sancho, who just cuts in, and what a goal. What an absolutely phenomenal finish. What an important goal too. 2-1, and the game completely changes. All of a sudden, I mean, throughout the rest of the half, it's backwards and forwards. There's no control in the midfield at all. Both teams are cutting through the other team. Both teams are making defensive calamities. I mean, there's Romero who tries like a Cruyff turn in their own box and gets himself injured in the process. And yeah, it's shocking, because whenever they go forward, with the pace that they have, I always feel one. Badiashile had an awful game. Sanchez decides to start kicking the ball to the Spurs players, putting more pressure on himself than he needs to do, instead of just clearing the ball. We're all over the shop. We're beginning to kind of create more, but in reality, it's such an end-to-end game. I could see us scoring 3 or 4 goals and conceding like 3 or 4 as well. It's one of those where it's just so attacking, and like, if you're neutral, you're probably loving this game. There was one moment that was just which we got slightly. I think we got slightly fortunate. Caicedo was lucky not to get a red card. If we're honest here, we've seen these types of challenges before, where he goes over the ball and just clearly makes contact with the opposition. I was surprised it wasn't a red. I was relieved. I was very happy VAR didn't tell the ref to go and send him off. And then obviously Spurs had their one with Kulusevski just elbowing Lavia in the head blatantly. So both teams got away with I think both teams should have been down to 10 men. But anyway, we get in the half-time at 2-1. But the last 10-15 minutes of that first half, you can just feel there is more and more control from Chelsea. We're still dodgy at the back, but we're just beginning to just get a little bit of control. But anyway, we go in at half-time, and it is 2-1 down. We come out for the second half, And there's one change that Maresca makes. He takes Lavia off and he puts Gusto in. So then he just slots Caicedo in the midfield alongside Enzo. And it changed everything. It changed absolutely everything. We then got complete control of that midfield. For the next, I think, half an hour or so, 40 minutes, Spurs didn't really create anything. They had like a couple of free kicks, but they didn't really get through our midfield that often. We just shut them down and we were just putting more and more and more pressure on them. And you just felt a goal was coming. Cole Palmer was getting in the game more. You had Neto beginning to take his opportunities. We were just finding ways, finding pockets, just cutting through them, having great bits of play. And then Sancho does it was brilliant work from Sancho on the left side. He then slips the ball through to Caicedo. And I think it's Basuma just comes flying out and absolutely takes out Caicedo. Clear penalty. And Cole Palmer steps up and he slots it away. And it's the easy Palmer. He's not missed a single penalty for us all season. And then as soon as it went to 2-2, Spurs had about a 5-10 minute spell where they were beginning to get control. They had a few big tackles which got the crowd involved. They were beginning to find little opportunities behind our defence. But that lasted for about 5 minutes. And then we just completely took over. And Enzo's goal was amazing. It all started with Palmer on the right-hand side, cuts through, takes them out. I think there's about 3 or 4 players around Palmer. He has a shot, and then it just deflected well, gets to Enzo. Enzo on his left foot into the goal, 3-2, and that's it. That's it. As soon as we went 3-2 up, you just knew we were going to win it. And Spurs just capitulated. They did what they always seem to do. They just capitulated as soon as the pressure got on them. This is a really impressive. This was an incredible goal. Enzo Fernandez over the last month has been exquisite. He's been the player that we expected when we bought him after the 2022 World Cup. He's just got the extra bit in him now. In the midfield, he was running it. Some of the passes he was spraying throughout the match was just incredible to see. Him and Caicedo dominated that midfield. Didn't really let any Spurs player get past them. And then he scores that goal just to top it off, and it's a great finish. It really is a great finish. And then right at the end, I think it's like the 83rd minute, no, before then actually, we had a couple of chances. I think Neto could have passed the ball through to Nkunku to maybe score a goal. But other than that, I mean, we then get a chance. Palmer's running away. Palmer's in their box. Not really. He's not doing anything because he's leaving their box. And I don't know which player it was who fouled him, but they just took him out really stupidly. This is the one thing I was say about Spurs is they're very naive defensively. I felt we're naive defensively, but Spurs I think take it to a whole new level. He takes out Cole Palmer, and Palmer steps up and has the audacity just to paninka the ball down that middle, chips it, and it's a slow chip. Like I'm sure Foster could probably get up and still save it, but it's just incredible. We're 4-2 up them, and it's brilliant. This match was for me now. Chelsea are in the title race. I was hesitating to say it before, and I thought we haven't really beat. I'm not quite sure yet. Coming from 2-0 down when we conceded the first 2 goals in the first 10 minutes to then win 4-3, it's just incredible. And then obviously right into the match, someone gets a goal. Luckily there wasn't really any time after that, which was slightly fortunate. But I mean, I think the only negative is Neto misses the next game, which is against Brentford. And I think Sanchez is now 1 game away from a suspension. But other than that, I mean, again, that tweak Maresca made at half-time, just to switch it up, bring Gusto on the right, he played brilliantly when he came on, and just to shore up that midfield. We're now, let's have a look. Yeah, we scored the most goals in the league by a comfortable distance now. We're now 4 points behind Liverpool. Obviously, they have a game in hand. There's no guarantee they win it, so we're putting a bit of pressure on them. We're now clear in second, clear of Arsenal. We're 4 points clear of City, 2 points clear of Arsenal, with Brentford, Fulham, and Ipswich to play. Or maybe someone else as well. Brentford, Everton as well. Brentford, Everton, Fulham, and Ipswich to play. All difficult games. Anyway, so Neto obviously misses the next game, but what a performance. Considering we were 2-0 down in the first 15 minutes, there was a slight worry this could be an embarrassing game. Turns out it was, just not for us. But yeah, Maresca's doing brilliantly. Chelsea are back. Next game is against Astana on Thursday, and I'll see you then. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all on Thursday after we hopefully win another Conference League game.